Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of the Force Choke podcast. We are very excited to have you on board and ready to bring you a great show, like always, because me and Sarah are here. Yeah. Anyways, let's kick it off with a proper introduction. Who did that?
That was me this time.
Proper introduction from our team. Whoever wants to.
Hi, this is Micah.
That's good. I'm Tim.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Lewis.
And I'm Izzy.
Yay.
Yes. So we'd like to remind everyone that you can catch us behind the scenes every podcast live. We invite you to interact with us while we get ready for the podcast on Instagram. Instagram Live. 30 minutes before. We start at 12.
This show.
11.
We were live a while ago.
Yeah, we were live. And
you missed it.
It's in the past now.
Yeah.
But just so you know, next
It's not
time.
live anymore.
But now we're in the
It's
present.
happening now.
Talking about the past.
So when did it happen?
There.
When is this going to
That-
happen?
It was live, but not right
When
now.
will that be now?
Now it's
Soon.
just lit.
Go.
Okay. Another reminder, you can find us on
That place.
you can find our pics, GIFs, videos, artwork, podcasts, etc. across many social media platforms, including Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Vero,
Mhm.
and Twitter. What's Twitter? All right, you scruffy nerf herders. Hey. Oh. Watch it.
She's gonna bite me again, okay?
The council's here and ready, but before we begin, I have some good news.
What is that?
Okay. So
Everybody settle down. Oh.
I know.
Ooh, I'm getting
So right now we're going to reveal a special gift from another
Mother.
Mother.
Take
5. Okay. One of our followers
Wait.
from Vero.
Wait, another gift?
No. A gift to us? Is it for us?
It's a gift to the podcast.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
To give out?
to
No.
keep for our own.
So here's a story. Alicia.
Alicia.
We're sorry if we're
It would
butchering
be
your
with
name.
a C if it was Alicia, right?
Alicia.
So it's Alicia.
Alicia.
Okay.
Apparently we're the kind of people
Alicia.
that need phonetics with the names and know how to pronounce it.
Alicia.
Right? Tim?
Oh my God.
Alicia, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Illustrated asked for a challenge to draw a Star Wars character. We challenged her to draw Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka.
And guess what?
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 She created an original Ahsoka piece. And she sent us an original print of her work.
Right there.
Right here.
Boom.
Split and
the
It
split.
hasn't been opened yet.
Has not been opened yet, but
You?
So who wants to open it? I'll decide. Me. I'm gonna open it. So here we go. Stop!
You could do this, kid.
Open it.
I'm scared. It's like on Christmas. I never actually rip open the presents. I like.
You do it nicely.
I
You
find
break it.
I find the like.
And you're just
pieces.
like-
It's because she
Use your
reuses
nail
the
to open
wrapping
the
paper
tape.
later on.
Oh my God.
Don't rip the
If it's
artwork.
really pretty wrapping paper.
I don't care what kind of paper it is. I always.
You know what? Let's take this drink away from you.
Oh, that's probably best.
That probably is best.
Damn, you're not.
Oh.
It opens like this.
When hot, sip
One,
slowly.
two.
Okay.
Please don't do
Don't
that.
hurt anybody.
And please don't hurt the art piece. You can hurt me, just don't hurt the art piece.
Got it.
Oh. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
I love it.
It's so cool.
Oh, is this? Oh, here it is.
Oh, there's a note.
There's a note. Thank you for supporting my art. May the force be with you.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Give us some
May the
camera
force
time.
be
Yeah,
with
give
you.
us some camera time.
And you
Camera time.
Camera time.
You
Camera
can do it.
time.
Camera
You can
time?
do it.
I'm saying my feet.
Really?
Camera time?
Camera time.
Camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Camera time.
It's cam, and then with the little,
Camera.
little Yeah, camera
Okay,
time.
Camera time.
Oh, I
Thank
didn't
you
even-
again. That is very awesome.
It's
Thank you,
beautiful.
Alicia.
This is
Yes,
great.
thank you. And we found
Shotgun.
Alicia Unviro.
Yeah.
And you can also find her on Instagram, I believe on Facebook as well.
I'm gonna move this over here so Izzy doesn't destroy it by accident.
Why is it always me that's destroying things?
So if you want to check out some of her artwork, I suggest you go to all your social media networks to check out her artwork. If y'all wouldn't mind, would you mind spelling out her name in case somebody wants to check out her artwork?
Well, on here it says something different.
Okay.
On
Well, maybe use the one on the script. Yeah. That one. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's where you can find her
Oh.
on social media.
Okay. So spell her name.
Mhm.
ALISSIA illustrated.
Very good. So go
Can you
check
spell
her out.
illustrated for us?
You,
can use it as an
You know what I was gonna say? Can you use it in the sentence?
Okay, so we are so grateful for our fans and our followers. They're so generous. We love to give shout outs and props, but now let's move on to Star Wars news, notes, and happenings that have taken place over the last few weeks. Lewis, would you mind starting us off with some news you have heard?
Well, yes, I will, Izzy. Thank you for that.
Wait, you will mine?
I will. I will mind. Mind yourself.
Not right now. Later.
Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to talk about was, give me a second. Okay, Jon Favreau, he gets a live action Disney streaming service series. It will be Will it be Boy Meets World, The Punisher, or something in between? I don't know, but it's a live action Star Wars television series. It's currently being developed by Lucasfilm, and it's set to air on Disney's new online streaming service, which is planned for launch by the end of 2019. And the series was announced by Disney CEO Bob Iger earlier this year.
Oh,
So, yeah.
that's
Live
awesome.
action.
Yeah.
So I hate to cut you off, but we actually have Jon Favreau on the line right now.
No.
And he's
No.
ready.
No,
Yes,
get out of
yes,
here.
and he is ready to answer a few questions that we have about his TV series. So, hi, John. How are you?
Oh, that didn't work.
Aw.
It didn't work. We'll try it again. Let's try it again.
Let's try to get John on the phone.
Technical
Let's try to get John on the
difficulties.
phone. Okay, try it again.
All right.
I think-
How are you, John?
I'm doing great.
That's great to hear. So you have a new Star Wars series that you're working on. What can you tell us about that, if you can tell us anything?
I've written, I actually wrote a lot of the scripts even before I had the job, to be honest with you. I wrote like 4 to show them what the show would be. And I've been thinking about doing the show for a long time.
That's great news, John. Can I push the proverbial envelope and ask what time period in the Star Wars universe is your show going to take place in?
It's a part of the timeline that hasn't been explored yet. So it's about 7 years after the Battle of Yavin. So it's like after Return of the Jedi, before 7. And it's all new characters, different planets, and so a whole new piece of, but also fits into the timeline.
That's great, John. I know you got to go. Thank you for stopping to chat with us.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's really cool that he
Tim,
took
Jon
the time to
Favreau.
call
Jon
us.
Favreau. It's very nice
So
to have
cool.
him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cannot believe that.
Can't believe you just talked to Jon Favreau on the
I-
phone.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So, that being said,
Wow.
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 Okay.
so this series is going to be set after Return of the Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
but before The Force Awakens. So, he said all new characters,
All new planets.
all new planets. So, how do y'all feel about that? What do y'all think?
I hope it's good.
He's challenged too. So all new characters.
Mm-hmm.
Does that include race parents?
Possibly.
Because they're not. We still haven't seen them, so they're not technically characters yet.
But they're just drunks, right?
Yes, could be.
Could be. Hmm.
Even though I don't believe that. perfect setting for
Nobody believes
Star Wars
that.
Underworld.
Well, from what I heard, also.
Thank you, Sarah. No one else
That'd
bothered
be
to
cool.
care
That'd
to
be
mention
cool.
anything.
So he said he already had four episodes created before to show Disney, and they loved it. So I mean, and he's saying he's already halfway done writing season 1. So I think that's pretty exciting.
Shit.
Do you think we'll see anybody? Like maybe like let's say, do you think they would do like maybe a Luke or Lando kind of mention or anything like that? Not even a mention.
There would be no mention for Luke because Luke at that point was nothing. He was nobody.
They can
After
still
Return of the Jedi?
they can mention his like a legend.
No, I thought you said it was before. Oh,
Well, I didn't say that.
It's after
John Favreau said.
Yeah.
Well, let's call
when
him
he was
back.
on the phone with
Call him
us.
back.
Yes.
I know we have to.
Get him on the phone,
Yeah.
Tim.
Hey, he's a
Let's
busy
play
man.
Yeah.
He gave us
Yeah.
the 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, right.
That-
No, I was
that's
thinking
it.
after episode 3. That's,
So after 6, right before 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a 30-year
So,
gap.
yeah, we're
to
gonna hear Luke's name.
well, yeah, no, we will. I was thinking it was before episode 4.
Oh,
I was thinking of the other series that they're going to plan on running. That's supposed to be in the time.
yeah. And I was going to ask you guys, and this might touch
Outer Rim.
Outer Rim stuff. That's one of the questions I was going to ask also. But
So
there's
I talked about the inner rim too, Tim.
the what?
No, just the outer. We already got the inner rim.
Tim's
So
got
just the whole rim itself.
the
Oh, yeah.
whole rim.
They want to get the
It's,
whole experience. You gotta get the outer rim.
Oh, of course. No. He just died of laughter.
Wow.
Take a break,
Okay,
buddy.
you waffled.
I need some more cowbell.
Ah. He's like, oh, fuck.
So I'm going to ask you guys. One of our followers, Dave Williams on Vero, he asked, "Is Jon Favreau an overrated talent, especially for a Star Wars series like this?" What do you guys think?
Overrated, you said?
Mm-hmm. Maybe actor,
Hold on,
director.
No.
This is one of our followers.
Did they-
Someone asked that question?
Did they?
Uh-huh.
How do they? Preface
Yeah, I just wrote it down
As
from-
actor, as director, as writer.
All of them.
Well, I think he'll probably start off the show, and then they'll bring on more producers, and he'll then have more, so that like he'll have his name will still be attached to it, but he may not carry it. I mean, kind of like how he started off the first Iron Man, and I think he even did the second one, and then he kind of backed away from the project.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't back away from it, but in the sense of I think directing it. I think there was a completely different director for the third one.
He didn't work on Star Trek with J.J. Abrams?
Him?
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
I feel like he did.
But I'm just talking about in the aspect of like having original work or bringing along something that knows that there's going to be some link to it, some longevity. Being that he has already a few episodes into season 1, who knows how long they're going to go with the live action series. So it might be like I said, like if it's successful enough, he might just like still be a part of the production, but bring on other writers too and other producers. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, but I don't know if that answers the question.
As
Do you guys think he's overrated?
I don't think he's overrated. I think he's fine for the series. He puts enough lens flare like J.J. Abrams does.
Lens flares.
But I mean, that's what I guess.
The only bad movie like he did that I think he did, because I hadn't seen it, all of it, was Cowboys versus Aliens.
He did do that movie.
And I don't think that movie did very well.
It didn't do that good. I don't think.
Cowboys
Got that
versus
one,
aliens.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of part of my answer was kind of saying like I think he's good for the introduction thing,
Mm-hmm.
like to introduce a
She's
show.
trying to introduce a series.
But then again, I mean, what's his really notable works other than Iron Man and Cowboys and Aliens? Those seemed like it was a flop.
I mean, it
because I think
seemed
they
like,
tried to set up for
He
it.
did.
I mean, so
Jungle Book?
far,
the
this-
Jungle Book from Disney. Did that one?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it
so
good?
that
I
one
never had a
did-
chance to.
That
was
one, that was good, yeah.
It was
Did
good.
it?
Yeah.
We'll watch.
Yeah, I seen that one. I don't think it's spectacular, but
I don't think you can count swingers in there, buddy. I know you're gonna try to, but
Dude, Swingers is actually a really good movie.
But I'm saying I don't know
if
if
he
you can
works
count
his movies out with that kind of dialogue for like a Han Solo type of movie, it'll work.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a bounty hunter kind
well, I think part of it
of
has
TV
to,
series.
I think part of it has to do with might be a live action series, but where is it going to be shown?
The Outer Rim.
No, you fool! Like what channel?
Oh,
It's
well,
on the
it's the
Disney
Disney.
streaming-
Yeah, it's the Disney,
Disney streaming service.
service.
So it's gonna be PG.
Could be 13.
Don't know.
It's gonna be PG.
It's pretty PG.
Is it going to be like what's
Boy Meets
that?
World.
Yeah, Boy Meets World, right?
Broom Kid meets Bro.
Broom Kid Meets
Oh, I love that.
Louis,
Maybe we'll get a
hit it
name.
for me.
It
I don't
was
know.
actually good.
It was
Broom
funny.
Boy.
It was okay.
No, I like that. It was good.
What's that?
Broom Boy. meets-
Okay, Lightsider.
Yeah.
Okay, Lightsider. She's
Uh,
not even
maybe-
biting it either.
I mean, I know what the problem
And?
with what is the problem with that, Micah? Because like all the other movies aren't rated R, and they seem to be doing
okay,
fine.
you talked about great dialogue for Swingers, right?
Yes.
What's that movie rated again?
Yes, it's rated R.
Thank you.
He can do the dialogue without it, without that.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah.
stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you wanted to compare Swingers into this because it'd be kind of hard to do so, especially with him kind of being tied down to how much he'll be able to expand on his actual work like that.
Instead of two guys going to Vegas, it'll be two guys going to
The Cantina.
no. What's the no, not that one. The Vegas Planet.
Oh, Canto Bite.
Yeah, Canterbury. I'll probably go into that.
I won't watch it then.
Oh no. Oh well.
I don't know.
Well, maybe we could get
High hopes.
maybe Sarah can get John back on the phone
Yeah.
later
Yeah.
today
Mhm.
when he's not as busy, and she can answer some more of those questions
Yes.
next
I didn't
time
write any
for
of
us.
them down though, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
So, Tim, you're up.
Wait, I'm still thinking about John Favreau.
Oh, you're still thinking
It's
about John Favreau?
overrated.
I don't think he's
And-
overrated.
Well, what are your thoughts?
He might
Sarah?
be just more popular, but I mean that doesn't make him overrated.
Yeah.
Mm,
I don't think he's overrated. I like
think
his
so
work.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's fun.
Fun movies, right?
Said fine or fun? Tim?
Did
I said both.
Fine.
I said fine, sir. Fine.
sure.
Sure. I said yeah, sure.
I said,
I
good
said-
day, sir.
I said, yeah, sure.
But
Sir.
did he produce like 4 Christmases, or was he just in it?
4 Christmases?
Mhm.
I don't know what that
That
is.
was a good movie.
Christmas
Okay, never
is
mind.
Well,
I thought that was a holiday, sir.
Huh? He was in a movie 4 Christmases, and he's this
Uh-huh.
guy's brother, and he plays this real like redneck, like MMA fighter guy, and he's
Oh.
really
Does
good.
anybody have the IMDb app?
I do.
Look up John Favreau. Give me
oh,
John,
you know what? He also did Chef,
Give
a
me
movie
your-
called Chef.
Oh, I heard about that movie.
That was really good.
the John Favreau films.
He did really well in that movie. So, yeah.
Move along.
Moving along.
Oh,
moving along.
Yeah.
Tim wants to talk more about
We're
John
gonna do depth
Favreau.
about John Favreau here.
We're going to spend the whole podcast on
What's his family like?
where does
What's
he
his
live?
dog's name?
The interesting fact.
How did he vote?
We're really.
His first job.
What was his first job?
Yeah.
Who was his first kiss? Has he been to the
Let's see.
outer rim?
Oh my God, no.
Is he that guy in Rudy?
Yeah, he is.
He was a roommate.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
Okay,
this
we're
He
we're
got
conducting an IM.
multiple
DB.
awards for several
Hmm.
movies.
Oh, wait, so he worked on this Han Solo movie.
He got the Saturn Award
He
for
was
Iron Man.
he is in the Han Solo movie.
He's in.
He's
In
in,
it?
it.
He's in it.
in the movie.
As-
In the movie.
Inside. the
He,
movie.
as we speak,
He's in it.
he had to return to the movie
Oh.
inside of it. Yes.
Mm.
Are you looking at his director roles?
I'm looking at awards. He got an award for I Love You Man.
I love you, man.
That's a good movie.
Never
I haven't
seen
That's
it.
what I was. That's
Wolf of
another
Wall
rule.
Street.
If I let it happen, you have to have the lights on.
What did he do with Wolf of Wall Street?
You remember what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying, give it back.
No.
Give it back.
No,
I haven't seen the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh
What?
I have not seen it.
because he's always like, all right. So he's in the
This
movie.
motherfucker slow.
Like
got me.
his best friend, he meets this. Like he has no friends, so he meets this guy he starts to he's trying to make friends. He doesn't know how to make friends, so he finally meets this guy that's kind of like him, and they become best friends. And he doesn't want to lose him, and so he brings him over to meet his wife and all her friends to see how they would interact.
Mhm.
And then he starts, because he's already talked about
Oh,
he's
I
already
get what
talked
you're
about
talking
personal
about
stuff with
now.
his best friend,
Oh,
about his sex
Yes.
life. So she's I guess he's always he's always
It's in reference
it's
to
always, giving-
favors.
yeah, he's always giving her oral
Mhm.
and
He did just go.
Wow.
he's so when he's talking to his wife, he's saying how grateful it is to know them, but he's all I'm saying is just give it back. And she's like, what are you talking about?
You weren't even quoting John Favreau.
Oh my
No,
God.
that's what's his name?
Jason Segel.
Yes.
But it's so funny because that scene is hilarious.
He just he's so
Oh my God.
he's just so cool with it. He's yeah, man. It's kind of
He
you should
was-
give back my movie. Yeah, give it back. It's the fuck.
Oh my goodness.
It's hilarious.
That's pretty cool.
Just wanted to let you know the rated R tag got thrown on there because of Tim.
We haven't been kicked off of Facebook yet or Instagram.
Oh my god.
Yet?
Yeah, not yet.
YouTube, you
YouTube,
can
we
still
got.
suck it.
Yeah, we got kicked off for a little while.
How do you?
Well, I put us back on Instagram Live, and we got.
Oh, so he's working on another huge movie. That's
Who's
the,
that?
The Lion King.
To find
he's directing The
Oh,
Lion King.
yeah,
With
that's right, the live
Gambino.
action.
Yeah.
right?
Donald Glover, sorry.
I mean, so
What?
they're already
Gambino.
that's a Titan movie for Disney.
Mm.
You're a Titan.
So, so let's all put our fists in the middle of the table. Fist to middle.
Okay, we have to be specific about this. What are we saying?
If Jon
Yes.
Favreau's
Overrated?
overrated,
Overrated or not overrated? John Favreau.
so thumbs down would be no. not
He's overrated.
Thumbs down. He's overrated.
Okay,
Thumbs up.
we like Jon Favreau.
We like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
One,
Can you like him and think he's overrated?
2, 3.
What? You're saying he's overrated?
No.
No, you jackass!
Hold on.
Yes! Tim's the one
Thumbs
making
up,
all.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Thumbs
up.
up. We like
Thumbs up.
Jon
He's not
Favreau.
overrated.
Thumbs up.
That thumbs up.
Tim was his biggest advocate,
And
and he
then-
fucks it up.
And then Izzy.
I was like, I've never seen any of these movies.
He's
or
funny.
never
No?
I don't even know who he is.
You
You
never
ever
saw
seen
Iron
Iron
Man?
Man?
Nope.
Sorry.
No? Oh, it's a good movie. You gotta watch
It
that
is a
one.
really good movie.
I fell asleep. Well, I mean, I watched it, but I fell asleep during it. I'm the worst.
Yeah, it sounds like a great movie, huh?
I'm not a movie person.
Yeah.
Other than like Star Wars.
Are you sure? Are you sure you like Star Wars?
I said
It's
other
a
than
2.5
Star
hour
Wars.
movie.
Yeah.
So what was that? Who you thought he was overrated?
No, she was
I just didn't
indifferent.
think, yeah.
Tim, you're the only one who thought he was overrated.
He's not
For
overrated.
a second,
Yeah.
and then there was clarification.
So,
Oh, I messed this up, didn't I?
Dave Williams, the council has spoken. He's not overrated. Excellent. All right, so let's move on. Tim?
Nate's here.
All right. Second topic: the writers of Game of Thrones HBO series. They're getting a Star Wars movie trilogy.
Trilogy.
So the famed duo is set to write and produce a new series of
no.
Star Wars movies that will be separate from both the Skywalker saga and the previously announced Brian Johnson trilogy. So Benioff and Wise said in a joint statement, "We are honored by the opportunity, a little terrified by the responsibility, and so excited to get started as soon as the final season of Game of Thrones is complete."
Ooh.
So that sounds pretty good. They're already let's get it over with. Let's start Star Wars.
So what does that mean for Game of Thrones, though? Are they trying to
they're,
get
They're
through
not
it?
going to phone it in.
No?
Nah.
No,
Game of
I think
Thrones is
that's
their
I think
baby.
that's they're gonna take care of that to the very end.
Yeah.
And then once it's
It's
done,
their baby.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're trying to rush it. I mean, dude, it took them 30 days to do one episode because it's a huge, massive,
Mhm.
gargantuan war battle thing.
Yes,
Yes, I said that.
War battle
thing.
thing.
Yes.
it's a thing.
The longest.
thing.
It's gross.
in,
The
in
longest,
battle.
Battles are
It's
gross.
called
Film
war.
battle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
one of
is
the
it
longest
for?
film battles
Whoa.
in film production. Yeah.
Producing
Yes.
is a tough thing,
Yes.
and war is a tough thing.
War.
And overcooked meat is also tough.
Yes.
Wait, what is it
And so is
reprogram?
leather.
What is my rule?
War. Yes. So Tim, when you, because I know you're a big Game of Thrones, you got me into watching Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I love Game of Thrones now too. I think
Yeah.
Most of us
y'all
here.
got us.
Yeah.
Well, y'all got me into Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And now I'm reading the books.
Love it.
Yeah, I was-
Yeah, now that I have free time.
I was
Nice.
watching it before. I knew y'all liked this.
So
Oh,
okay.
No, I just
I credit Tim
I can't give Tim
for-
that credit. That's all I'm saying.
for-
Just being
for-
specific.
getting me to watch Game of Thrones. Thank you, Tim.
Yes.
For
Thank
changing his
David.
life.
Thank David Benioff and Wise.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
He's a masterpiece.
Now,
Rated R. Rated R. Rated R. Sorry.
Even what's his name praises them.
is
George
it-
R.R. Martin.
yeah,
Like these guys.
is there room for rated R Star Wars movies? I mean, we've kind of touched on that topic, but
Yes. I think that's why they did it.
they
They hired them
I think
to
they're
do
going to try to test
the
the
darkest
envelope.
darkest Star Wars.
They're going to get as close as they possibly can to rated R, I think, without going over.
I mean, they're already familiar with George R.
R cubed or what? Your R cubed.
Like his writing is so good, you can do so much with it. I think they're gonna take some short stories that they never even used, like of characters in the Game of Thrones story, and kind of create their own characters in the Star Wars universe using their background or their story that we never got to see in the show, but it's in the books.
Mhm.
Word, homie.
I think that they'll go that direction.
I mean, I know it's at a new series, new movie separate from the Skywalker saga, but it doesn't say all new characters and stuff like that. Maybe it'd be neat if they took over where Ahsoka took off and went to go look for Ezra in the final.
See, that's what I was mentioning. I think this could be like a perfect opportunity for like the Star Wars Underground stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like really get into that nitty gritty, nasty, grimy bounty hunter.
It seems like they would be a great duo because Thrawn is in the same place. I don't think he died.
And he's alive. Yeah.
Yeah, they would be such a great duo to write a Thrawn
Thrones.
stuff. You know what I mean? So I mean, maybe
That'd be
that'd be really neat. I think that would be good.
Yes.
What character is most relatable to Thrawn in Game of Thrones?
Oh my gosh,
Pull into Thrawn.
Yeah.
I would have to say, who is Cersei's dad?
Tyrion.
Wow,
not
Tywin.
Tywin. That's
Tywin.
close. That's a T.
Tywin Lannister,
T.
because he's like so strategical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when he's in the room,
Strategery.
Yeah.
when he's in the room,
The war god.
he's in charge.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who else is there. He's the one making the decisions, even though he's not the king. You know what I mean? He's the one strategically putting people in place. Thrawn is like that. He's always thinking ahead.
I think so. That's a good one.
He's not playing checkers. He's playing chess.
This shit
While
ain't
everybody
checkers.
else,
This shit's
that's
chess.
right. Everybody else is playing checkers and he's playing chess. You know what I mean?
So they gotta kill him on a toy list.
Yes, that's right.
Why he's sitting on the job?
By his son. Son? His wife's bastard?
So he
What?
regular fan here. He dies
Well, thinking that he may not be.
on
may not be
Scarif,
his.
right?
Oh.
Who?
Throne.
Thrawn?
At Scarif battle?
No,
Where's he at?
he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He never does?
Remember on the end of Rebels, there's those animals that light speed off somewhere else with Ezra,
Mm-hmm.
and Thrawn goes with them.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
yeah, because Thrawn wasn't at Scarif. He was off
That's
in the
why,
unknown regions.
like, I like that we saw what the ending of Rebels, but I feel like it's very much incomplete because
Yeah.
it seemed like they cut it off a season too soon, and they were doing what they could to piece it together.
Mm-hmm.
You could just tell that was like an incomplete thought when it happened. That's why a lot of
Kinda
the stuff was just real happen like that, you know.
Mhm. Yeah. All right.
All right. At the Empire Awards, where The Last Jedi won 6 of the 9 awards for which it was nominated, Johnson and his producing partner Ram Bergman admitted on the red carpet that the work on the new trilogy has indeed started. We've started slowly, but we've started. Bergman told Empire. Oh. Hopefully soon we're going to get busier. Following Bergman, Johnson added on the new trilogy. I'm really excited to dive into that and really get to work on it and figure out what it's going to be. There are obviously still no details regarding the story or casting, and it's clear that Johnson and Bergman are in a very, very early stage of pre-production. But it's quite cool to hear that work has begun.
What are you talking about?
Very
Work.
early. Hold on.
Very, very.
Slowly, very, very.
Yeah,
Very,
so
very.
it's like, what is the slowly?
We've
part? Okay.
started slowly, but we've started.
Slowly, they started,
I think that's
and right now it's in very early stages of pre-production.
Not even production. Not even
Yeah.
production.
Pre-production.
Pre-production. It's like they freaking.
They wrote
the
down
first-
the title on a piece of paper and said,
Yeah.
"We started."
On that whiteboard.
Fucking bum.
Well, he gave us The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I'm so concerned.
You're still concerned about?
No.
What are you concerned
Hold
about?
on. Are we talking about?
No, episode 9.
Are we going to talk about Kathleen Kennedy?
Yes, let's talk about her. You know, I saw.
She's a
meme.
hoe.
Oh no! I saw
Show.
a meme that made me laugh because it was like a little video meme, right? And it said,
It's such a fun little
it had on the top it said, Kathleen Kennedy, how many Star Wars movies are there going to be? And it had her face, but it was Donald Trump saying billions and billions and billions. It made me laugh, so I watched it like 10 times.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
I was like, that's not funny, and I pushed it again and again until I started laughing, like
Billions,
the Joker.
billions,
and
and
billions
billions, and billions.
Yeah, and her head is just like billions and
Oh
billions.
my God.
So
So what are you talking about, Tim?
the reason why I bring
Tell the
that
microphone.
up, the reason why I bring that up is because she worked hard on putting The Last Jedi together with Ryan Johnson, and she was so proud. That's like probably her proudest work.
Mhm.
So, but then you said you posted something about Disney not being satisfied with Kathleen Kennedy. Why? Did you post that?
When?
Did you posted that? Didn't you?
When?
You shared it.
When?
Or did Nate share that?
When?
Like 2 weeks ago.
I don't recall it.
Last week.
I would have shared it if I had remembered that I did.
But I brushed it off and said we'll talk about it on the podcast, and then
Great job,
forgotten
buddy.
about it until now when we were talking about Last Jedi.
I don't know.
Increíble, man.
I don't know, Tim.
So
Well, I'm gonna go.
If
I'm going to Nate's page and I'm gonna find this so I can start talking shit about her.
you
if
don't like her?
if Disney had a
She
problem
made me
with
upset.
Kathleen Kennedy, what do y'all think it would be?
Say again?
What do you mean?
Like,
If Disney had a problem with her, what would it be?
what would it be? What would the problem
What
be?
was the problem?
Yeah. I mean, let's say you're Disney, right?
Mhm.
And then you have a executive officer in charge of Star Wars. They just put out a Star Wars movie,
Oh, and they didn't want it
And
to.
you- yeah,
or they
and
thought
you-
it was going to be.
better or bigger, or
And there's
maybe
like-
and
maybe because there was
they're-
so much controversy with the fans, either they hated it or they liked
Yeah.
it. You know, you as Disney, what would you tell her? Would you have a problem with her?
Sorry, we have a creative.
I mean, as a
difference.
company, they probably would because they expected more.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Okay, yeah. I think that would
Well, what would you
be
tell
an
her?
issue.
That microphone is
Get
Kathleen
fired.
Kennedy. Well,
You
would,
out of
would you
here, I
fire
don't
her? Would you fire her?
Maybe give her another
I would give,
shot.
yeah, I would give her one more.
One more?
Looks like you need to find a spaceport and get the hell out of here. No, sorry.
But,
You, Tim? What do you think?
I was thinking about the work that she's done. Like, okay, like what's the negative parts of her working on The Last Jedi? or her, putting all that together as the end product was, it's like a split with fence. It's very extreme.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that's not very good. That's probably not, because Disney's very like 100%, between like 90 to 100% successful, and every movie that comes out, like everybody loves it. Now she's helping getting Han Solo together,
Maybe Nate knows.
and then they had that issue with the director.
So she's kind of split the fandom. Do you feel like?
She could be losing the fans for the Star Wars community.
Would you fire her, Tim? Did you know that
No,
she
I
was
can't.
one of the co-founders of ILM?
I wouldn't-
Industrial.
I probably
Light
wouldn't
Manufacturing.
fire
Is it
her.
Kennedy isn't
I would
going
probably
anywhere?
use whatever her strengths are in like another position. But I mean, I guess that's still.
That's
fire.
kind of tough, Tim, because think about it in an NFL.
Hey, everyone that's watching, by the way, hi, Trent.
Oh, hey,
What
what's
up,
going
Trent?
Bunch
on?
of jackasses can't even pay attention to our friends.
Sorry.
Oh, I
Hey,
don't
Nate,
even-
while they're talking about it, did you do the post that Tim's talking about? I know he said Kennedy isn't going anywhere, and he put the kind of sad to the side look face.
It's like,
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's like the eye roll.
yeah, it's like, ugh.
I think it depends if you have Apple or
Same.
Apple. Some of them are eye rolls, and the same thing in like
Because
happy
you got
faces.
like the,
They wanted to
the
try to-
actual eye roll where it's
And then
like,
you get
oh
the
god.
I'm annoyed.
And then you got the oh my god.
But then
That face.
on like
Piss off, Ghost.
on iPhones, it's like that. But then the same emoji on
Oh, it translates differently.
yeah,
I
on
see
the
what you're
other-
saying.
yeah.
I can't find it. Nate, do you know what we're talking about? What Tim mentioned? Some meme about Kathleen Kennedy. What did you say? Going away? Or about Disney being
is
pissed off at her?
They're not satisfied with Kathleen.
But I mean,
I
they still made their money.
I feel so
They still made their money. Disney is,
unsatisfied.
at the end of the day.
It's
Even
about
if
making
people
money.
hated it, they still went out and watched
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Yeah. How long do you think that would happen?
Where they
The end of episode 9.
Where fans would be like, you know what?
Replace her.
Maybe I won't go watch this one.
Oh,
Oh, the fans will never do that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But they're Disney will have a point.
majority.
If you're seeing a drop off, a consistent drop off, they're gonna have to look at her. Because you would have to say that it does seem like it's going in a slightly different direction. And I'm not saying that I have any problems with that, but I think it also has part to do with how Rian Johnson's new trilogy is going to be, because she was so dead set, like, this is my boy, I love what he did with The Last Jedi. And Nate said fandom has always been split, and I'll agree with to an extent of that, but there's usually a general consensus across the board. It might be more stupid people getting on the internet now saying, "Why does Chewie have two sashes?"
Sausages.
It wasn't sausages.
wow! How close are
Sashes.
you looking?
Oh, sashes. You mean bandoliers?
Yes, I
Kit
wasn't
Kat
saying
holders?
bandoliers, but I wasn't entirely sure if that's what it was called.
You went with sausages.
Sashes, you fuck. Listen here, you fuck you. No, but the more I think
Did y'all
about
see what Trent said?
No, what did Trent say?
I can tell you from my little corner on the inside, Kennedy is making things interesting.
Oh.
he said, I don't see
Yeah, I
that.
don't
music.
see
Emphasis on is.
Ah.
Oh yes,
Thank you.
thanks, Trent.
Thank you, Trent.
Emphasis, really?
Emphasis.
Thanks, Trent.
Trent, when are you gonna come back on the show? We loved it last time. You gotta talk to me.
Get rid
stuff.
of
Yeah.
that son of a bitch, Micah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I told you I've been
bye.
working on that since episode 1.
What a prick.
So Trent, this is an open invitation to come back on the show, sir. We love to have you on again. But so Kathleen Kennedy doesn't sound like she's going anywhere then.
I wouldn't suspect that she would.
Yeah. So and Trent is a official Star Wars artist. So
Our Star Wars insider.
do it, Izzy. Do it.
He says,
Sorry,
I'm waiting for a
sorry.
break from the avalanche of work they keep giving me.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I'm glad you're getting a lot of work, Trent. Very well deserved. Great artwork. Great artwork. Trent is another artist that has given us some artwork as well to the show. So we thank you for that. I'm working on getting that stuff framed so we can actually put some of that stuff in our background. some of the artwork that our fans have given us. So
Or just give it to me.
we could do that as well.
We could. We won't.
Well, yeah. So very, very early and very, very. What was it? Very, very.
Slowly they started
So slowly,
And very, very early.
and very, very early
of pre-production.
for Ryan Johnson's.
Like seriously, what does that mean? I wrote the name down on a piece of paper. We began.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Force.
The
What can you
idea
tell
is
us? There'll be a
there,
character
and
in
they're
it.
Expanding on it.
There's going to be another one.
It's going to be a Yoda trilogy.
There might be a droid somewhere.
They're gonna be in space.
I mean, if you're building a house and you said, slowly I'm starting, and I'm in very, very early stages of what is it? Production,
Maybe it's
right?
like-
Yeah.
Pre.
So to
Starting
me, that's
a floor
just,
plan.
that's
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 you
like
putting your name
that's
on
like
it and
a
saying
blueprint,
this
right?
is going to be
not even a
How?
not
blueprint.
even a blueprint. This is
No, like
very
I'd like a
close, like
bedroom over here.
pre-production.
Yeah.
Like a-
Yeah.
Pre-production would be a blueprint. You don't even have that.
I
You
would
have
like,
here is a square. This perimeter will be mine.
yeah.
Done.
And it's like, I would like a toilet, kitchen.
Ideally,
Toilet kitchen.
A toilet kitchen. You never,
ideally,
toilet.
let's have the toilet and the kitchen separated, but together. We can work with that. We can work with that.
Oh my God.
Tim just be like, "Ooh."
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
And it's gonna be placed right in front of the oven, so he can. What the fuck? And it's gonna be placed right in front of the stove, so he can stir his pot
Oh
while
my
he's
God.
Ramen noodles.
Oh,
Go
my
right
goodness.
through.
Oh.
It's a circle line.
Oh my God. Okay, so moving on.
We're getting astrological.
We're gonna get astrological.
Okay.
Damn, just
So
throw up.
Tauruses are April 20th to May 20th. And if you're a Taurus, your little Star Wars astrological sign would be Rose Tico. And
Is that her last name?
so that is her last name. Yeah. So as
Soon it'll be
Rose
287.
Ooh,
Bum,
spicy.
Okay. So as a Taurus, you made up your mind about what's right and what's wrong when you were young, and nothing can shake that. Like Rose, you are reliable and practical and can keep a situation grounded in reality, even when it threatens to spiral out of control. So, some people call you stubborn, but you simply feel like you know the right thing to do. Tauruses are very hard workers, and the positive side of being stubborn is that when you do something, you do it right and see it through the end. See it through to the end.
Like ruining Finn's.
Yes.
And it also says here you fall in love very quickly. Okay. Next.
Wow.
Whale.
Post notes.
Yes.
Also says that you will be a martyr really early in the next episode.
Okay. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Nate called Kathleen Kennedy herself to make sure that.
Well, we're gonna have to call
Rose
back
was-
Nate or something.
So we can either do one of two things moving, because we got about an hour left in the show. We can go through this and then talk about the Han Solo movie and our expectations. Or if you want to do the Han Solo movie first and then talk about this, it's up to you guys. We'll leave it up to the girls.
Han Solo.
Han Solo?
You want to talk about Solo now? Oh, that's it? Like,
Well,
we're
you
talking
just
about
Han
it for
Solo.
an
You
hour?
didn't say when.
Oh, I was
No,
not. I thought I was
later.
picking like right now.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about Han Solo right now.
Let's do it. All
All
right. What are
right.
we going to talk about?
I
Han
like how
Solo.
he does that like right before I'm supposed to
We're talking
say
about Han Solo.
you shit.
Well, what about it?
Haters.
He set this up perfectly.
What?
Let's talk.
You want to
about
talk about it? Let's talk about it, bro.
Paul Bettany as Vision as Dryden Boss.
Yes.
He's he's a bully, galaxy bully.
He's a
Very powerful
He's a
man.
Mandalorian.
He's
Possibly.
Will
he gets high off of beating people.
Oh, that's my man right there.
Do you know who we're talking about? Sarah, you have a blank look on your face.
That is just my face.
When
That is just
That's usually me.
Yeah.
CGI Puppets, remember?
CGI Puppets. But
So he's like a gangster, right? He's
Dryden Voss.
Dryden Boss.
mhm.
He's got those scars on his face. Have you seen the trailer where he?
You know who Vision is, right? From
Yes, I know who
Avengers.
Vision is.
Yes.
All right, so same guy
Mhm.
is playing a character on Han Solo.
But just imagine Vision as a human. And then imagine that
Yeah.
human in Han Solo. And imagine that human
He's
with
got
scars
scars
across his face.
Oh my god.
Minus the Yellowstone. That kind of looks like the same guy.
So he's going to. Sarah's going to go to
Yes.
look up Quinlan Voss. No,
Oh,
Dryden
we're gonna-
Voss.
Dryden Boss.
No,
YouTube.
it's pixelating and really bad.
Oh, for real?
I don't know
So
if
is
that's- I don't
the
know if
other
that's
is
uploaded
the
right
is
now.
Quinn Voss? Is he related to King
Dryden.
Voss? Is he related to? Yeah, Dryden
Dryden.
Voss.
That Tim, I'm not too sure.
Why don't you
In
just check it out, bro?
in the expanded universe, Dryden Voss is, I believe, his dad, and
Daddy.
Quinlan Voss is the son. Who Quinlan Voss
Oh.
is a Jedi Master. Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna play this out.
So we're
Hmm.
gonna get to see the dark saber. Sorry.
Yep. Do y'all think we're gonna get Darth Vader in this movie?
Hmm.
No.
Maybe
Yo,
references.
I think you'll
Yeah,
hear
I think
about
so
it.
too.
We will get Palpatine.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes, I think we'll get the Emperor.
I
Why?
think we'll just hear him passing.
To hear his
You know
voice.
who would be cool? What if the heist that this team is going to be on, heist or whatever? It seems like they're putting together a team for something, whether it's a heist or to recover something, or what if it's like a Sith artifact and it is for the Emperor, and we do get to see him like the very, very end, because it's like a
And he
Sith
kills
holocron.
Dryden Voss.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, kind of like what they're doing in Rebels. Like they were showing the Emperor, but as like the projection.
yeah,
Like it might be something like that.
that'd be cool, man.
Because I mean, we see them obviously fleeing from TIE fighters and Star Destroyers and shit.
Yeah.
So it might be like, who is that smuggler?
Mhm.
Get him.
Go, get him, go. You're still standing here. Go. Are you
Fire when
blind?
ready, Commander.
Are you blind to play the garrison? So, what are your expectations, Izzy?
Oh man.
Like we're gonna go. You know what? Get this. Last night I went to century16.com to see how many seats are available for the showing we're going to.
Mhm.
At least from last night, we're the only 6 with seats for that showing.
Really?
Are you
Mhm.
serious? Wow.
We still have
That's
the
the day
theater.
it comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Well, I mean, I think it'll fill up. By the time
I mean,
it
it's
comes
3:05 too
Yeah.
on Thursday.
On a
Friday.
Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll,
So I mean,
it'll
it's in the
fill.
middle of the afternoon.
How would y'all feel
Word.
if we were the only ones there?
Awesome. Well, horrible
Well,
for the
no,
movie, but
yeah.
awesome because we can talk and stuff.
Yeah, we can be as loud as we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can ugly
Yeah.
laugh. That
Since
ain't
when has that
funny.
been different? And there's
We're
very people.
quiet.
Fuck all you.
Well, I
Watch the goddamn movie.
Yeah.
I thought I was getting loud when we watched Rogue One though, because like I don't remember who was sitting next to me. I think it was you.
Yeah.
Like I just remembered that scene, right? And it gets dark, and I already saw in my head like you're gonna see the whole screen illuminated by Vader and Saber, and so I was saying, "Do it, fucking do it!" And I don't know how loud I was talking, but I think I was kind of like nudging the person on my left. I was like, "He's gonna fucking do it!" Like I was tripping balls, and then
I think you were telling Cody. Was it Cody that was next to you? Because I know you kind of nudged me, but I don't, maybe I just wasn't paying attention to what you were saying.
maybe you're telling Cody, but I was able to nudge you.
Mm-hmm. Like you were going like this, but you were talking this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like convulsing, you know?
Is that not how you watch a Star Wars film? Is that not how you watch a Star Wars film? Come on, guys.
Oh my God.
How do you watch a Star Wars film?
I don't know what's happening
Oh,
anymore.
this is a very delightful scene.
Talking
No,
about Irish,
last
Northern
night.
Irish accent.
Oh, that was a,
delightful.
it's a very delightful scene.
Yeah.
look at that bloke with a lightsaber. Is that what it is? And I went Australia for a brief second. Shit.
That's how I was last night at Deadpool. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. But like, yeah, I wasn't doing that.
No,
No, I was
she's foaming.
Nixon.
She's foaming.
Mm.
Oh my god.
throw the chocolate out here. Leave us alone.
So still no Dryden boss?
Well, I mean, he's
Well, they aired a clip last night.
You can go to
that I haven't seen yet.
you can actually go to the Star Wars databanks,
Mhm.
and Dryden Voss is
I was on
On there.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia will probably be on there.
Wikipedia.
Wookie.
So,
Wookiee.
so there is going to be a time skip in that movie.
I would think so.
But,
Just like in Rogue One.
Because
Looks like
Well,
a
yeah,
dinosaur.
Because it shows him as kids.
whenever Dryden Voss meets Han Solo for the first time,
According to what?
So the mic-
A little bit, yeah.
According
the
to
mic
what?
can't hear you.
can't you hear me?
There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's
No, I
a
was like-
big shot gangster guy.
You're a big shot gangster guy.
I know.
Yeah.
Except I'm a chick. Anyway. Male near human crime lord who served the leader
Near
of
human.
Crimson, who served as leader of Crimson Dawn during the reign of the Galactic Empire.
That's a cool
Voss was
name.
known for being ruthless and wasn't a crude, cutthroat. Whoa, and surrounded himself with luxury. I can't read.
Yeah.
And wasn't a crude cutthroat. So he's ruthless, but not
Crude.
cutthroat or crude.
Sarlacc pit.
Is that crude?
One word. Sorry, Pit.
Yeah.
That's 2 words. Fuck you. It's 1 word.
Yeah, so
Who
Near human.
near human.
did you share that?
I think
picture
the
of Donald Glover
his
next to
stripes.
Yeah.
what was you?
Yeah.
I thought that
Is
was
this
kinda
Spider-Man?
cool. It's cute. I was like, aw.
Speaking of
Lando looking at Lando.
Can
looking Spider-Man
Harrison
against
Ford
Spider-Man.
be there too?
Well, I watched a little interview that they're doing. Alden Reckon, right?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, yeah, something like that. And then they were asking him questions. All of a sudden, Harrison Ford comes right behind him, and they like,
Alden Ehrenreich. I said it wrong. I forgot.
oh Christ! Let me check.
Alden Reich is the easiest way
You're
to say
gonna
it.
ruin
It's
it.
just the beginning of his last name is like blah blah.
Blah, blah,
Is that how?
Oh,
blah, blah.
I'm sure.
Blah, blah.
I'm sure he appreciates that. How you do? Blah blah. Alden Ehrenreich.
Blah, 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 blah.
Ehrenreich.
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 EHREN.
EHREN. Aaron. EHREN. So like Aaron, then Reich. REICH. Ehrenreich.
No, I got
Alden
this.
Ehrenreich?
Mhm.
Okay.
So what about him again?
That's his name.
He was an interview and
Or known as. Whatever.
Harrison Ford popped up.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. So Harrison Ford's like, get the hell out of my seat.
My seat. Yeah.
And it's like,
something
get the
that.
hell out of my life. But he says it so
Fucking
like,
Harrison Ford, man.
serious, and I think he is serious. He's not joking. I think he really means like, get the hell out of my life.
Of course he's joking.
No, he's not. He's
No.
like 100% serious.
No, he's not.
He's not joking.
He didn't want nobody else to get
He's only.
Well,
He's
then
only.
he shouldn't have given up.
Do you listen?
He's only been
okay,
advocating for the
I've
death
heard
of his character for almost
joked
3
like
decades.
he's joked like that so much, unless he's like killing it as an actor and acting that out. Like
He is a good actor,
his,
yeah.
His body language and the way his voice like comes out and says the way he says it is very like serious.
I'm pretty sure that's
And the reason why I think
though.
the reason why like the awkward situation gets better is because like the people around him start laughing.
And then they're like,
"Oh, you're a funny guy."
And they're like,
But
oh,
I'm pretty sure he's like,
I'm pretty sure
He's
that's just how
serious.
Harrison Ford is, though, because even then, like when they had the interviewer were asking him, "Did you just plan on remaking all your movies?" And he says, "You bet your ass I do." Like that's just kind of his persona, I think, man. Like because when they talk about doing
He's
Blade Runner and Indiana
spunky.
Jones and they did Star Wars
he's a spunkster.
He's the spunkster.
Yeah.
Spunkster.
and like the jokes he always made with Jimmy Kimmel.
Jesus.
The jokes he always made when he was on Jimmy Kimmel, like Jimmy Kimmel was like, "She was my wife. You get the hell out!" Like it's just part of an act. But it feels like he has that same caricature for many other things.
As part of an actor, I think he loves that act too much.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's
Like,
always.
I'm gonna be mean to you, and I love it.
But that's what I'm saying is I think he's
But it's
always
funny.
in the act.
It's a joke.
I think he's
Yes,
he's
I
it's
know,
one
I know that, but
kind of like me
I
for the
just
most
like-
part. Like I'm always
I
that.
think,
Like a
specific way.
snarky
I think he just
D-bag.
takes it too
Yeah,
seriously.
thank you.
I
Wait,
think
was
he
that him
just
or
takes
me or
it too
both?
seriously.
Both.
Yes.
And it's
She
just-
compared me to Harrison Ford.
Snarky.
Suck it.
So I wonder.
Snarky D
For-
bag.
Snarky D-bag.
I accept that.
But
So-
Harrison Ford does it like in a grumpy old man way.
Yeah.
Versus
Yeah,
yours is just,
I'm not a grumpy old man yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah, and
You're like,
funny.
yeah.
I
It's
wonder.
entertaining.
I wonder how hard it is for actors to actually be themselves, and then, like, let's say
Like
that.
switch it on and off.
Well, no, not that, but like, let's say, for instance, Harrison Ford. Let's just for argument's sake, let's say he was mad that they went with somebody like a younger Han Solo that wasn't him. Of course, he can't play a younger Han Solo, but they even made that movie, and he was like, get out of my chair, get out of my life. And what if he actually was
Serious.
serious, but everybody was like, ha ha ha, it's a joke. But
I think he would have.
no. But what I wonder how hard it is for actors that are that great at acting, for them just to come across with their own feelings and voice something, and then people be like, is he acting or is
Like
he
take him seriously.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And in that sense, Tim, you might be right. Maybe he was acting, but in a sense, he was like, why do they even freaking make this movie? Just kill this character off already and be done with it.
Just kill him.
Well, because you could probably look at the criticism, like the original Lando. I mean, Billy D. Williams.
Mhm.
Like he liked the movie. He liked Lando's portrayal, played by Donald Glover, and even Harrison Ford gave it a good review. I mean, it wasn't like one of those things like, oh my god, it's the best thing I've ever seen, but he praised it.
Mhm.
And I think if anything, that's where you're going to see it. Now, if he didn't like it, he'd probably be like, yeah, it was okay. Like he would be positive, but not like very critical of it.
Mhm.
But from my understanding, like they gave it a good praise.
Speaking of Donald Glover's portrayal of Lando, I'm hearing rumors that in this
Yeah.
movie that Lando is pansexual.
I saw that.
I heard about
I
that.
saw that last night.
And Donald Glover even said that, didn't he?
That he's
I
pansexual.
didn't. Yeah, he's pansexual.
What if you don't know what pansexual is, it's
Enlighten us, Tim.
Yeah, thanks.
Daddy
It's-
Tim, Daddy Tim.
What's
Bring it-
pansexual?
bring it-
What is
Pan-
Bring it to the house, Tim.
What does
Bring it to the house.
pansexual mean?
as someone who is the only other person I know who's pansexual that I've heard of is Miley Cyrus. I think is who it was. So anyway, go back
She
to
likes
pansexual.
wrecking balls.
Being pansexual means that you like you're the type of person that's open to like anybody. That
so
means
men, women.
yeah, men, women,
Objects,
transsexual, like
forces.
transsexual, transvestite, whatever, like
Oh,
whoever, like it doesn't
Okay.
matter who you are, they're open to it. That's pansexual, and they're saying that about Lando.
Kind of like monsters and stuff.
And that's what I was going
but
to
it
say.
doesn't
What
show
about
in the movie.
Twi'leks? They are a different species from human, the ones with the tendrils. So would that make him?
I think that just
So we're gonna see him, and we might see him, yeah, like
So is that what it means that he's
throw
into
some-
aliens too?
yeah, he might
Alien-looking thing,
he might
non-human-like
fancy
looking.
he might be fancying aliens too in this movie.
Or robot?
Droids.
Droids?
There's a lady looking droid.
Uh-huh.
maybe that's what it is.
Mm-mm. But I mean,
It's all about the connections
in
you
that
build.
case-
See.
wouldn't a lot of people be pansexual in the Star Wars
I don't think
universe?
so.
See, that's what I'm saying. Well, no.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying is because it might be a play to the entire expanse of the universe. I mean, I hate to bring up Star Trek on this podcast, but even
Again.
Kirk was a player with other species. Like I think that's just a play to expanding, through what the universe is, as far as Star Wars is concerned, and the many different things that you have out there.
Mhm.
Like, I'm sure there's like multi-breed mixed, between species or whatever.
Well, yeah, with what's her name?
I can't think of anything on the top of my head. But
I can.
Well, I know you can. That's why I mentioned it.
God dog it, from the Rebel series. Who's a Jedi?
Oh, and Nate did say something real quickly.
What?
We need to answer his excitement level after this, but he did make a mention. The writer said he is pansexual, but it's not seen in the movie, so it's
Oh,
not going to
okay.
take away from it.
And maybe it's just kind of
I think it's just.
insinuated.
I think it's just a, yeah. I think it's just to simply try to grasp upon
Yeah.
Well, because I mean,
Lando is not like it had his head in the ground. Like he knows there's
in
much more out there. I don't
Guardians
know.
of the Galaxy, it talked about Star-Lord
Mhm.
being with other alien species.
I mean, Gamora is an alien. So
So maybe that's what
But
it's
she's headed to him.
talking about.
have you seen Infinity War?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
I'm just playing. I'm just making
Well,
sure.
he just ruined it for me. I don't know.
I
I'm
know.
watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, shut the fuck up. So you're gonna give us an example?
Hera.
Yes, Hera and what's
I
Ezra's master's name?
Kanan?
Kanan. They had a kid and showed the kid
Oh,
at the very end of Rebels.
So is it like not as long tentacles, or was it just one long
I don't
tentacle in the
remember. I'd
back?
have to go look.
Or is it 3?
I don't think I saw any tentacles. How?
Where's the tentacle south for?
Was it one of
Damn.
was it one of the ones that died at Order 66?
That was way before.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a kid, right? So after. How way before? Oh, you're right. It was way before.
Yeah.
Jesus, Tim,
My
where
bad.
are you
I had my
at?
timeline.
Okay.
messed
Have y'all
up.
seen that stupid new thing out there? Do you hear? Was it Yanny or Laurel?
Yes.
Yeah.
My cousin.
What did you hear?
My cousin. Hold on a second. My cousin
I
tagged me.
know.
It says when y'all talking about Yanny and Laurel, and what you really hear is execute Order 66.
Yes.
I was like, fucking laughing. Like, yes.
Yeah.
Because it showed a picture of one of the clone troopers and said that. I was like, that's just fucking.
And it
great,
has like
dude.
that twist, like
Yeah, yeah, it looked
Wow.
like all distorted almost.
Oh, my God.
Order 66.
And Trent said Hera. Yep.
Well,
What do y'all think though? Y'all's excitement level for Solo? Nate, at 1 out of 10, Nate puts his excitement at a 6.5.
Mine has gone up to 7.
what was it originally, Tim?
5.
A 5? Mediocre?
Yeah.
On a 10?
Just I want to see it.
Man, and I said it from the beginning. Just let them do the thing. You know, trust the process.
So at the beginning,
And that was before we got trailers.
okay, before the trailers, what was your excitement level, Micah,
My excitement level?
about a Solo movie?
I think it was closer to a 7 at the
7?
time.
And then now,
It's like an 8.5, I think.
8.5? Is he?
Before and after?
Yeah,
Mine was a 5. I was-
before trailer. You're like,
I
a
was
Han
like,
Solo movie?
Well, I was like, oh, cool, Han Solo, but then I hear the whole thing about like, what's his face? And I was kind of like, well, I don't really care. But now I'm gonna say it's like an 8,
Sarah?
more for Glover.
I
No.
think.
She's going to make up numbers. 3.1415926555.
Yes. At first I was
Hi.
like 5. Now I don't know. I'm still kind of afraid.
You're still
I
kind
think
of
I'm at
afraid?
like a 6.
A 6?
But-
still.
but-
I think as it gets closer, I'm not done talking. I think as it gets closer, I'll get more excited. Like the day of, I'll be like, oh my god, this is
Okay, you're like,
I'm
yes, okay,
yeah,
we're here.
Like a
ready to
9.5
go. Yeah.
point. Yeah.
So you have leeway
Four.
from a 6 to a 9.5.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
I think it's
My excitement was probably about 6.5 to 7.
Mhm.
But now more and more trailers and pictures that I see, I think I'm more of an 8.5, like Micah, somewhere around there. And who knows? Maybe this movie will be really great. I think it's going to be.
I hope.
I want my excitement level to go higher. I think I'm suppressing it a little
Yeah.
Me too.
You know what I
get
mean?
that.
Yeah.
bit. So
And I think that's part of it, though. I think your excitement too for it is because you're excited to see like how is he going to represent Han Solo?
yeah,
You know, like
I-
will he take away from it, or will it actually be living up to a younger Han?
yeah, and I think the key to it is.
What was that?
I'm sorry.
Nothing.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, I didn't hear
No,
you.
go
Tim.
to
Speaking to
you.
the mic.
No, just go with the key.
Yeah, Dick.
I think for me, the thing is that I'm not looking for him, and I think we mentioned it before. I'm not looking for him to be Harrison Ford.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, it's a different Han Solo and a different time in his life. So I'm not looking for him to be Harrison Ford. I'm just looking to see, well, what was Han Solo like before we got to know him in the original Star Wars?
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be hard for like a lot of people.
Growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Making him as much Han Solo as we can, but what we didn't get to see. So it's true to the character, but we're not like brainwashing like this isn't Han Solo
Mhm.
because we don't see Harrison Ford. That's why we've been talking about the possibility of them doing a Lando spinoff, and thinking itself because Donald Glover is like this emerging, artist, actor, everything,
Mhm.
and he's making a real name for himself. So it's like we don't really know too much about this other guy. Like he's done other work that's been known, but it seems like Donald Glover himself has become much more mainstream in a sense. Even between his music, his TV show Atlanta, and well, this is American video now, but like he's becoming more so of a household name. So you're kind of like, damn, is Lando going to be taken away from Han in this movie? And I think that will be an interesting, play between the both of them because it can kind of help you take away your like fixation of this isn't Han Solo, this isn't Harrison Ford, this isn't Harrison Ford.
Mhm.
You can actually see the entire picture and not be judging one factor that would trash the whole movie for you.
And moving on with what you just spoke about there, Micah, that was good stuff.
Thanks
Was
for having that.
that with Lando's character being looks like pronounced in this movie? You know what I mean? Maybe and Alden being signed on for 3 Star Wars movies, the Han Solo movie included. Could we get a Lando movie after this one where Alden portrays Han Solo again? It seems like the Lando character is getting a lot of traction. You know what I mean? I think everybody's really liked that character from from Billy D. Williams' portrayal of him.
Oh yeah.
So there's been rumors of a Lando spinoff movie or anthology movie, whatever you want to call them. Would you like that?
That'd be cool.
It started just like this too. Like there was rumors that there was gonna be a Han Solo movie. And we're like, oh really? And then there it is.
And then
Yeah.
here it comes,
Yeah.
right?
I would love.
That'd be
a
really
Lando
cool.
movie.
I mean, thinking right now, it's really kind of a prestigious move for Disney to go in this direction for a
Mhm.
solo movie.
Yeah.
A solo movie, but covering Han Solo because he's such an iconic character, but it's kind of hard to replace that imagery,
Mm-hmm.
It's not like doing Rogue One because it's the story that you're following. It's not an individual character. This one is more so you're following an individual character and seeing how he's developed
Yeah.
into what we know him as in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like, it's ballsy. Because if they can land this, then
What if this is a trilogy and they do Han Solo, a Lando, and a
Leia.
Chewie movie?
that'd be cool.
And
I don't-
that's why Alden was
It's not a Leia movie.
Or a Boba Fett movie.
or Boba
Yeah.
Fett movie
Well,
or an Star Wars
It was-
underground movie.
Well, it's funny because when you're saying that, I was thinking it was like Solo and then Solo and Friends.
Okay.
Sequel, which would be the Lando's thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Possibly.
That'd be interesting. Just a whole bunch of origin stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt movie.
Thanks.
Gangsta. The OG. But oh, and then I saw a real quick video on I think it was Instagram where they were interviewing Ewan McGregor.
McGregor, yes. They
Go, Tim.
interviewed him.
Go, tell us.
Yeah. They were trying.
Tim, Mike, bro.
I don't remember the exact
Tickles.
question that they asked.